Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. If you are with me live on TikTok, hopefully this is not our last live class, but I know it very well may be. If TikTok goes away next week, then next week I will move these lives over to Instagram. If you're interested in following me there and continuing practicing with me there, the profile, I have it pinned in my profile where you can find me there. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. Just in case TikTok is no more, I've really enjoyed being live with you guys this last year. Again, my name is Colleen. I'm with Shine On Yoga. I have Sam here. Fritz is somewhere. We'll see if Chai shows up. And today for class, I have a really quick class that just focuses on stretching everything out. It's great if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to get a little bit of movement in, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of stretching. Props, you won't need a bunch. If you'd like to use some, you're more than welcome to. If you don't know what props to use, I would suggest blocks, bolsters, blankets. If you don't have any of those things, don't worry about it. We are going to start out today in extended child's pose. So if you have a mat, go ahead and roll it out if it's not already. And you can come to a nice tabletop position. We won't stay here long. We're going to bring our knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Take a nice big inhale to look forward, and on the exhale, we can sink our hips back towards our heels. Walk your fingertips towards the front of your mat, and just let your head and your heart melt into the mat. You can close down the eyes. You're going to feel a really nice stretch there. So while you are settling in to your extended child's pose, I'm going to go ahead and read the card that I pulled for today's class. The card that I pulled is Antelope Spirit, and its message for today is that life is speeding up. When Antelope Spirit rushes into your life, you are being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co-creator. You are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams real. There is an intensity you can feel, and it is important to take advantage of this energy right now. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about a relationship, make that first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed. Stay alert and keep up. Things are getting interesting when Antelope Spirit calls you to move quickly. I thought that was a really nice message, just with the new year and everyone setting goals and intentions, to just go ahead and take some action towards them. All right, so you should still be in your extended child's pose, taking some nice big breaths. Let's go ahead and take one more, and then just let it out. After that last breath, we'll look forward. Go ahead and come back up to all fours. Bring your knees in line with your hips. We're going to tuck the toes under. And on an inhale, let's lift our knees up off the mat, straighten through the legs, press back through the hands, let those heels grow heavy. And we're in our first downward facing dog practice. If you'd like to walk your dog, you can. Just bend one knee and then the other. You're going to feel a really nice stretch through your calf muscles. Keep breathing here. If you are walking your dog, take a moment to bring that into stillness. Just let your head grow heavy. Take some nice big breaths. Feel that nice big stretch. Take one more big inhale here. And on the exhale, we'll look forward at our hands. Make your way up to the top of the mat so you can take little baby steps or big steps, whatever feels good to you today. And once you're at the top of the mat, on your next inhale, we're going to come up halfway. Keep a nice flat back. Your hands can be on your shins. Slight bend in your knees. You don't want to lock out your knees. Slight bend. So we'll inhale in this flat back position. Exhale. Let it go. Let your head hang heavy. If you'd like to use blocks to bring the ground up to you in this position, you can. Or just bend your knees as generously as needed until you feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings, maybe your lower back. Let's take one more big inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then on our next inhale, we're going to reach up towards the sky. So we're going to roll it all the way up. Reach those hands towards the sky. Feel a nice big stretch. Exhale, let your hands float down at your side, coming into a nice strong mountain pose. Feel really grounded through your feet. Chest lifted nice and tall. Hands at the sides. Take a moment here to reset. All right, one more big inhale. Let's reach up towards the sky again. Exhale. We're going to swan dive it back down towards the mat, coming back into our forward fold. On your next inhale, we'll come up halfway, flat back. And then exhale, just let it go. Take some more big breaths here. All right, when you're ready, make sure your palms are planted firmly into the mat. We're going to step our right leg back and then go ahead and come onto that right knee. You can keep your toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels good to you. This left knee, you want it at a nice 90-degree angle, and you should be able to see your big toe when you look down. There comes Chai, here comes Fritz. We're going to lock Fritz out. You are causing problems, ma'am. All right. And then our chest is going to be nice and lifted as we're in our nice, strong, low lunge here. Take some nice big breaths. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start to straighten through that front left leg. Peel those left toes up off the mat, coming into a nice hamstring stretch here. And breathe. Pull that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. Chest still lifted. We're not collapsing and rounding, so still nice and lifted here. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk it forward, rebend through that left knee. If your toes are untucked on that right foot, go ahead and tuck them. We'll lift that right knee up, plant your palms, and we'll step our left foot back to meet our right, coming into our first plank pose. Now you can stay in a full plank or lower to the knees to come halfway. Yogi's choice. Press up away from the mat. Take some nice big breaths here. Really press back through those heels. One more breath. And on your exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. You can untuck the toes. Lower the head down to the mat. From here, walk your hands in underneath your shoulders. We're going to tuck our elbows into our side body. And on an inhale, we're just going to slowly raise our forehead and look up, coming into a little baby cobra. Take some nice big breaths here again. And when you're ready, exhale and lower that forehead back down to the mat. All right, from here, let's go ahead and come back up to all fours. We'll tuck our toes under, nice big inhale. And then exhale, we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Take some breaths here. Let it all go. And when you're ready, let's make our way back up to the top of the mat. We're coming back into that forward fold, so you can take little baby steps once again. And then once you reach the top of your mat, we'll inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, let it all go and breathe. All right, side two. So this time we'll step the left foot back. Go ahead and lower onto that left knee. Again, toes can be tucked or untucked. Make sure that that right foot is set up in that nice 90-degree angle. You're not coming too far forward. You're not coming too far back, and you should be able to see your big toe. Pull that right hip crease back, left hip crease forward, chest nice and lifted. Breathe. And then when you're ready, we'll straighten through that right leg, pull that right hip back, peel those right toes up off the mat. Nice little hamstring stretch on the other side. Again, keep pulling that right hip crease back, left hip crease forward. Breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe, especially in these stretches. All right, when you're ready, let's walk it back forward, rebend through that left knee. We'll tuck those, or I'm sorry, right knee. We'll tuck the left toes under, lift the left leg up off the mat. When you're ready, we'll step the right foot back to meet it, coming back into the plank. This is our last plank, so you can go to half plank or you can go full plank like I am. Yogi's choice, but this is our last one. Breathe. And when you're ready, we'll lower it all the way down to the belly. And on an inhale, we'll come up into that baby cobra. If you'd like to grow your cobra and come it up a little higher, just press through the hands and rise up a little bit more. And we'll breathe here. If you are up in a higher cobra, make sure that you're not wearing your earring or your shoulders as earrings. You're gonna pull those shoulders back, let your chest radiate forward. And if you feel any crunchiness in your back, lower down a little bit. You don't have to come up so high. When you're ready, we'll let that go. And then we're gonna make our way back into one final downward dog. Now you can either go through all fours and come into downward dog, or I'm gonna show you one other version. So if you're coming with me, we're gonna tuck our toes under, take a nice big inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're gonna press ourselves back up into that plank. Another inhale. And then exhale, lift the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Let it all go, take some breaths here. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and come to your knees, and you can come sit back on your knees. We'll be here just for a moment. We're gonna do a little twist. So you can go to whatever side. I'm gonna come over to the left, so I'm on my knees, kind of in like a hero's pose, sitting up nice and straight and tall. We're just gonna twist over towards the left side. Take a few breaths here. From here, we'll return to center. We'll take it over to the other side. So I'm moving over to my right. Just take a couple breaths here. And then once you are ready, we'll return to center. We're gonna end how we started, an extended child's pose. If you would like to end in Shavasana, you're more than welcome to. You can bring out any props that you'd like for that. Otherwise, we're just gonna bring our knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, and let's just walk our hands out and rest our forehead to the mat and take some nice big breaths. Now I am going to go quiet for just a few moments so that way you can enjoy this final posture, but I will guide you out of it in just a moment. Right. If you would like to come out of that extended child's pose, just go ahead and walk yourself back up into a comfortable seat, bringing your head and neck up last. If you'd like to stay longer, stay as long as you'd like. If you'd like to transition into a Shavasana, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, this is where we end today. Thank you so much for joining me today for this quick practice. Just a nice little reset to increase some energy, maybe shake off a little bit of stress in just the day. Like I said at the beginning, hopefully this is not my last live on TikTok, but if it is, thank you so much for those of you that have joined and supported me. If next week I'm not here on TikTok, I will be over on Instagram. That information is in my bio, so check that out if you're interested. If you're here for the replay, we're still going to be putting these classes on YouTube every week, regardless of what platform I do the live on. So if you've been coming to the replays, you can continue to do so. Nothing there will change. Those of you on the live, if you're interested, I do have a YouTube channel. That link is also in my bio, but it's called Shine On Yoga LLC on YouTube, and that holds every practice I've ever done. So if you're interested, you can find me there as well. So again, thank you all so much for sharing your time and your energy and your practice with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Namaste. All right. Say bye, Cat Cat. Say bye.